This guy named Matt has a Down syndrome, and today is his first day working at this restaurant. His sweet mom stopped by to show him some support. Turns out Matt was the one serving his mom.
Good morning, sir. Emma.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, good job. You look fantastic.
Always.
The way he handled everything was super cool. It is definitely 100% better than a Starbucks worker at Monday morning. His mom was really happy too, seeing Matt work hard and doing something just like other young people at his age. A man suddenly destroyed a piece of medical equipment, not out of anger, but as an outlet for his emotions after a long struggle against cancer. Today was the moment he had been waiting for, a final chemotherapy session. After undergoing 35 rounds of painful and uncertain chemotherapy, he had finally reached the finish line. Once the process was over, he took his radiation mask and crushed it with immense relief. His therapist, who had faithfully supported him throughout, also smiled with emotion. On the way home, the man was filled with gratitude. His struggle was not in vain. He had won his battle against cancer. Now, he is free to live his life with a renewed hope. This guy really has a big brain. So, on his birthday, he had a feeling that his friends would play a prank on him. But they totally failed. It turns out he'd already hidden a plate inside his jacket, so when they tried to get him, he just pulled it out to cover his face. He's really smart, right? This robber is so funny, guys. When he tried to rob a nail salon, he yelled and threatened everyone. He demanded that they hand over their money. He pointed his hand, which was covered by a bag, not knowing if it was a weapon or not. But strangely, everyone stayed quiet and ignored him. He kept asking them to give him their money, but they just remained silent. Even the cashier continued to take a call in the middle of this situation. Only this woman was less fortunate. She stood up while holding her phone, and of course her phone was taken. If only she had stayed still, maybe nothing would have happened. And because the robber felt ignored, he finally left. Maybe he thought, why my life is really this bad? Even as a robber, no one respects me. This boy went viral just because he ran. How could that happen? It started because his next class was far away, and he didn't want to be late. Plus, he loves running. So, every day this boy would run to his class. His actions went viral, and every day, other students would wait to watch him run. Some even joined him, running alongside while recording in slow motion. They even raised funds to buy him running shoes. Since he went viral, he pretty much has to keep running every day until he graduates. So do you dare to do something positive and attention-seeking at your school or campus? Who knows, you might go viral too. It'd be cool, right? These children were so happy when they saw a mascot come to their village, and they became even more excited when they found out who was behind the costume. A few months ago, this woman had come to their village and did many noble things. She built a well, taught them, danced with them, distributed food, and even showed them projector videos. Sometimes she would just sit and chat with them. They called her Bully. Why Bully? Because of this. It truly is a very inspiring life story, isn't it? At the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in the men's high jump event, a moment unfolded that shook the sports world. The competitors battled fiercely to win the gold medal. The bar was raised higher and higher, until only two athletes remained, Qatar's Mutaz Barshim and Italy's Gianmarco Tamberi. Both managed to clear a height of 2.37 meters. But at 2.39 meters, they each failed in their last 3 attempts. When officials offered one final jump-off to determine the winner, Barshim asked a question that surprised everyone. Could the gold medal be shared? For the first time in 100 years, the Olympic gold medal was split between 2 athletes. Barshim and Tamberi then embraced in celebrating their shared victory. Together, they made history, showing that honesty and brotherhood are worth more than any medal. This man has made a friend with a fish, and they often meet and play together. How is that possible? It all started when one day this diver was diving in a lake. Suddenly, a fish appeared. The fish didn't want to leave. It always swam near the diver. A few weeks later, the diver returned to the lake and met the fish again. He could recognize the fish by the scar on its face. He even taught the fish to respond to his call. And amazingly, the fish would come right away when called. And what's even more interesting, this fish can get jealous too. Whenever another fish approaches, this fish will chase it away. Isn't that really funny, guys? This woman felt anxious when called by her boss. However, what happened next turned out to be very surprising. When she was called by her boss, she felt nervous and uneasy, especially since it happened in front of the other employees. She feared she had made a big mistake. But it turned out to be the opposite. Her kind-hearted boss ended up giving her a very large bonus. Watch this. Even the second boss added another $10,000. In total, she received $20,000 for her dedication during 20 years of working at the clinic. Wow, what a kind boss. Who wouldn't want a boss like this? This man experienced a very unique situation. He ended up being the only passenger on this plane. How could that happen? Well, the story goes that the plane was delayed for 18 hours. Because it was such a long delay, all the other passengers gave up and left. Who knows where they went? In the end, he was the only one left. Even the flight crew found the situation is very funny. Wow, it's like he is Mr. Beast flying in a private jet. So, if you ever take a flight and it gets delayed, don't be upset, guys. Who knows, you might end up like this man. When this boy accidentally pushed his younger sibling into the door, his parents told him to apologize to his crying sibling. But instead of apologizing, he ended up doing this.
Say sorry, Jackie. Jackie, say sorry.
This pizza delivery girl was dropping off a pizza at an apartment. Little did she know something totally unexpected was about to happen. She grabbed the pizza and enthusiastically knocked on the door. The door opened, and to her surprise, it wasn't a person standing there, it was a chimpanzee, and it was fully dressed like a human too. She froze for a second, then took a step back, totally shocked. Her mind was racing like, what do I even do now? Then the chimp calmly handed her some money, and even though she was kind of freaked out, she quickly gave it the pizza and get the hell out of there. When this dad got home from work, he saw a pile of cups stacked up by the door. He knew his kids had set it up to prank him. Not wanting to ruin their plan, he then stepped back outside again. Meanwhile, his wife told the kids that their dad was home. Then she told the kids to quickly hide. A moment later, their dad opened the door and came inside. When he came in, he pretended not to know about the prank and actually walked right into the cups. The kids burst out laughing, totally cracking up. They were so excited their prank finally worked. What an awesome dad, right?